Hi, my name is Matt. I'm going to show you how to run all the Vulkan samples and Vulkan demos from Nvidia. This is on Windows, and this is also just using the latest version of Vulkan stuff as of today and the repos as of today. I'm going to start from the very beginning and go all the way to the end where you can run everything. This first part, I'm going to show you how to get everything set up. Just some prereqs. Fork is optional. You basically want something with Git. Makes it easy. So this is the setup I'm using. I'm using an Nvidia graphics card. So that's why I'm looking at all the Nvidia stuff. If you're using an AMD graphics card or an Intel graphics card, I don't know what's going to happen, but you'll have different drivers, but everything else might be the same or might be very close. These are specifically Nvidia samples from Nvidia DesignWorks. So if you have a newer Nvidia card with the latest drivers, which if you're a normal human you do, you probably already have this Vulkan driver support ready to go. But in case you don't, you can go here and download it. Okay, and the Vulkan SDK. One of the core things you're going to need is this software developer toolkit, the Vulkan SDK. And you can get that right here at, so you want this. You want to go to probably this website. If you just search Vulkan SDK, you'll get some links. But basically what you're looking for is the latest Windows installer. And the last thing is we need all these samples where we're going to get the code from and run. And you get these from github.com/nvpro samples. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the second phase where we actually start to get this together and we run it. So all the pre-setup is assumed done. Assume you've installed all that software. So we're just going to leave this off to the side for a second. And we're going to first of all, well, let's just search Nvidia Vulkan. And there's a developer one here. And if you go here, you'll see that they have all the stuff that talks about their samples of code. And these are all the demos you can run that use Vulkan rendering and Vulkan functionality. You click on more and actually go to it. It basically goes to this Nvidia DesignWorks samples, which comes from the Nvidia company, a very cool thing of them to release. So what you really need is you need the shared sources and the shared external, and then you can run anything. But you need to make sure you clone these all to the same directory. So for example, open up fork. So I'll just go through the first couple and the rest are all the same. So you'll pretty much get it from there. All right, so first of all, you want these shared sources and shared external. So we'll click on shared sources, go over here to find or clone, copy the URL. And then when we go over here to fork, we go to file, clone, and it'll auto paste whatever is in our clipboard. It's ready to go. It's ready to clone shared sources. Now this parent folder is important. You want everything to be in the same parent folder, the shared sources, and the next couple we're going to do. So I'm actually going to change my directories just so I can redo it. So I'm going to go to Nvidia. I'm just going to call this Nvidia Design. So I'll go into that folder. And that's where I'm going to save all this stuff. Shared sources, clone. Okay, now I want to go to the other one. Go to shared external. Guess I could just zoom this out. Copy that URL. File, clone. Oh, make sure this parent directory is the same. Looks like it changed back. Nvidia Design, clone. Okay, and now we want to go grab a demo that we would like to run. So there are lots, there's all these VK ones. Let's do, this is a shaded GLTF scene. So GLTF is their object. like their 3D object model type. So this is a sample of a shaded 3D model. So this would be a great one to start with. As you can see by the tags, it does some basic stuff that you'd want to know how to do. It looks like it gives us this scene. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. We go to clone, copy. Or yeah, copy the URL and go to file, clone over on fork, put it in the same directory. I'm going to go back one, just in the default directory. So there we go. We've got those two shared folders we cloned and the one from this demo. You don't even actually need to open this folder after you clone it. You just need to open CMake. So run CMake. I guess I could show you that. I basically just typed it in and ran it that way. And you want to browse to where you saved this scene or this demo. So you go to it, just the root directory of that project, and then you want to do browse build, go to the same place, except this is where you're going to basically do your Visual Studio project, because this is going to turn it into a Visual Studio project. So we're going to, yeah, we'll just hit new folder and we'll just call this build. So we'll go into that and hit select folder. And then we're going to go ahead and hit, well, you can hit configure or generate. I'm just going to hit generate because I want to go ahead and do both. Default options there. It defaulted to Visual Studio 16, which is the 2019 version. And let's see what it says. Now, I always get this. There's some warnings about the Vulkan SDK. I don't know if this is a error with CMake or with Vulkan, since they did just update, but it doesn't seem to cause a problem as long as you have the SDK installed. So everything's good there. And you can hit open project and it'll go ahead and open whatever Visual Studio you have by default. Now here's their different solutions over on the right side. The main one we're interested in is this VK shaded GLTF scene. It's hard to say. And so we're going to right click it and set it as the startup project, and then just leave everything how they have it and hit play on this local Windows debugger. And it's compiling away. And as long as you have the SDK and the shared and external sources, everything should work on the first try. If you get some error for your video card, that might be a separate thing. As you can see, it's just compiling down that C++ code. And here we go. It's taking a moment to load. You can see the memory ramp up as it's loading up that object and shaders and all that stuff. And there it is. So you can play around with this scene. And looks like they have some stuff with the IM GUI. So you can interact some here. And it says hello Vulkan. So there you go. If you want to look at the code, you can expand this project, look at the source files, look at the GLS files, and look at their common, which looks like they've got IMG GUI, some Vulkan implementations of that. And yeah, you can have at it checking out their design code and how they do all that stuff. And I want to say real quickly, if you're having trouble with this open project, like it opens the wrong version or something, you can just go to this folder. Here, I'll just do it real quick. You can just go to this folder and go to build and open this solution right here, VK shaded GLTF scene. And you can like right click and say open with, and you can pick something if it's opening with the wrong version of something. So just FYI, I know people have been stuck on that before. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're actually all done. I'll do one more just for sake of example. So let's go ahead and just back out of this. And you can do this with any of these now. Any of these will work. You just clone them, run CMake on it, open it, and then switch to the project and run it. Let's do, I think this one's cool. Let's do this one. But there's everything here. There's threaded, there's instanced rendering, I think, mesh shaders here, which is some special kind of shader. So I'm going to copy the directory, clone, straighten out this folder, hit OK, go ahead and clone that. Then I'm going to open up CMake, change these to that new project, meshlet, change this to a new output directory. We'll do build again, select it, okay. Then we'll just generate, leave it Visual Studio 16. So if you're on anything else, you'll have to adapt these steps, but it'll in general be the same thing. Looks like it's doing a download. Cool, must be the project files. So we're going to hit open project, switch to the main scene here, set startup project on VK Meshlet CAD scene, hit play. And here it's loading up. There we go, we get a car, and we can yeah, this is rendering with Vulkan. I know there are some other tests where you can switch the renderer on the fly to OpenGL and stuff and see the performance differences. It's pretty cool. Basically, Vulkan puts more on the video card and less on the CPU. Okay, so this has a clipping plane thing that's really cool. Alright, well that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this helps you get Vulkan up and running and kind of learn about it some from the Nvidia standpoint. So have at these source files while they have them available. And yeah, it seems like a really great learning tool. So I really wanted to share this with you all. And it's something I'm pretty excited about. I'm going to be working on it in the foreseeable future. Well, peace out, you guys. Thanks for checking out a video here on Code Tech and Tutorials. My name is Matt. Don't forget to show some support if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. Goodbye.